Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Duke Blue Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
For the Duke Blue Devils, you might have known this school for basketball, but wait just a minute. Football is making some noise. Coming off an ACC championship game appearance last year and a title, they are primed to make another run. 6-2 in the league last season. Manny Diaz has his team ascending. Can they replace their quarterback? That's the big question as they get ready to kick things off here in Wallace Wade Stadium. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Seminoles offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's Quintravion Wisener. This is a matchup of a pair of standout running backs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. They'll give it to him again. Could be an alley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's second and long. Holds and fires complete to the right. Great move. Now he's got room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Under fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown Seminoles. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. on the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Blue Devils offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Give to the back. Might have a chance. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when we're talking Duke offense this year, it's going to start and end with Shepard at running back because this offense lost a lot of pieces. They lost their quarterback. They lost their best receiver, both to Miami, but Shepard stays. And so the identity for Manny Diaz, David, is going to be running the football and getting that established early this season.
And Shepard showed you, man. He showed you some really big flashes. And the running game went to a different level when they started to feature him more his first year in the program. So he's a guy that can hit the home runs. He can run downhill, be physical. So, yes, without the experience at quarterback, you better have the ground game going for Duke.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires to the tight end.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And he made the read off of the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football. But, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football. The defense gets the ball back.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the RPO, complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Takes the easy completion. Quick step and go. But, and he's got room. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
They're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
The Blue Devils, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Quick handoff. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got it. Shakes off the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Nicholas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Moore. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Blue Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Blue Devils! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Running into the open space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Richardson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that 1st down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll line up for a second down play. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Nicholas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Duke! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quick release on the RPO. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. The sure hands, it's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to... picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going. This drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. Makes the grab in their space. Lowers those pads. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Blue Devils in the hurry-up. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Blue Devils had this offense rolling. They'll go back to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it on the counter. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Hands it off. Got a little grass. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Campbell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Reads it, fires complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't. Caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Finds his tight end. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. Fourth down is coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Nicholas. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quick spin on the run. pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Unloads quickly. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. This time they'll go to the running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team.
There's some room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got a man. It's Nicholas. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. On target. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Blue Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the ground, it's Campbell. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Gets it out quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Creates a little room. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys in. Movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Noles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Fires to the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Pocket breaking down. There he goes. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida State! And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed at so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Richardson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Campbell. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Got his man on the right. Nice move, creates some space. Makes the catch and he's free. To the house. Touchdown, Florida State. He is dialed. David, remember when we called Jay? It's his debut, 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, down here on the Duke sideline, developing story guys, their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it still.
Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Finds a tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Got his man.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He'll throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Blue Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Nicholas. Timeout, Duke. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Duke. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49. Great pickup on that one.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like Which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit.
He's going for the big play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's not afraid to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run, and he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.